Hello, my name is Stacy. Welcome to Simply Liminal. This is my daily 2-card reading for Wednesday, July 10th. I can't believe it's the 10th of July already, which means Wednesday means this is the last day that we'll be doing readings with this deck. So this week we have been working with the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck by Marcella Kroll. This is a brand new deck for me. I've seen it on some readings. The person doing the readings didn't say who the deck belonged to. I always like to say because I think it's gives them credit, you know, and they deserve that because they created this beautiful gift for us. But I discovered what the deck was and I ordered it and arrived the very day before I was going to start my readings for this week. And so I felt like that was a gift from the universe and I wanted to use this reading or this deck this week. So I haven't done any personal readings for myself, but my intention will be over the next month to use this for a single 1-card pull for myself and just to focus on the images and the messages through the cards. But anyway, so Marcella Kroll is new on my radar. I had not heard of her, but I'm learning about her. She is a teacher, she is an artist, she is an intuitive, and she has written several books and a couple oracle decks as well. And she's very strongly tied to divination and messages through tarot. So if you're interested in anything like that, check out her name. Marcella Kroll, K-R-O-L-L is her last name. I get nothing for saying this. I'm just saying that maybe you're here today because you're meant to find her as a guide or teacher. And so I want to point you in the right direction. So as always with my readings, I look at two things. I look at the energy card, which is the force that's directed towards us from the universe. And then I look at the focus card. The focus is then our intention, effort, or response that we put back into that energy. Because ultimately we get energy from the universe and then we work with it and create something. That's how we co-create with spirit. So let's take a look at our energy card. Alrighty. Oh God, I set that down really wonky. And then our focus card. Okay. I have to say, I've loved using this deck for this week, but I'm excited because I set a boundary for myself not to do any personal readings with it until these readings were done. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit more. Ooh, too much. Sorry. So I'll be excited tomorrow to, I'm going to make myself wait. Anticipation is good, right? But tomorrow I'm going to start doing a daily 1-card pull for myself with this deck. So I am excited about that. And then I'll be excited to bring a different deck to you for our next week's worth of readings. But so let's look at our energy card for today. Nature spirits. Oh, this is a beautiful card, isn't it? This is a tree, and there's a face in the tree. This kind of actually makes me think of like A Song of Ice and Fire and the Weirwoods that have, you know, faces carved in them. That whole kind of idea that comes from like the HBO series Game of Thrones. Anyways, but nature spirits. So, and there are spirits in everything around us. Plant spirits, some people refer to them too. This is beautiful. I also am always drawn to this number, 39, 3 and 9. It feels like a very strong number, very drawn to it through the energy of the goddess Hecate. I just will mention I'm currently doing, was guided very strongly to use a different deck, the deck I used for last week's readings, the Oracle of the Hecatean Path, to do a 1-card reading every day for the month of July as a message, like as an Oracle of Hecate, as a message of her energy to us. So if you're interested in that, please check out those readings on my deck as well, or on my channel as well. Because sometimes my mouth just gets a going and I don't even know what's coming out. So she says this is nature spirits, and she says this symbol is a dryad. And so dryads are tree spirits and keepers of the earth knowledge. Greek in origin, but worshipped by many respected earth-based religions. There is much energy in a tree, and every individual tree feels different and special. My parents have an oak tree in their backyard, a kind of side yard. My dad planted it years and years and years ago. It's a bur oak and it's kind of by a power line. And I'm always like kindly threatening. I'm like, don't hurt that tree. If anybody does anything to that tree, I'm going to be mad. It's about 40 years old now, maybe a little bit longer. And oaks are slow growing trees, but it's beautiful. It's given us little baby trees. I've actually got, I think, eight. Yeah, I have 8. I have one from a previous year, little oak tree growing in my extra bedroom right now that I need to get into the earth where they need to be to let their spirits connect with the earth. But the message on the nature spirit card is: the elementals, fairies, devas, and other nature spirits request your presence. It is time to venture outside, go into nature, recharge your batteries with trees, the grass, the mountains, the desert, and the sea. There is magic that awaits you when you commune with nature. So while the symbolism is a tree, the message is about all sorts of nature spirits. There are spirits in rocks. There are spirits in seashells. There are spirits in the sand that's along the waterways that you're from. But if a tree is what you're drawn to, go sit under the canopy of a tree for a while. Listen to the breeze blowing through the leaves and see what it sounds like. Where I'm from, we have cottonwood trees, and I always felt like when the wind whistled through them, sometimes it's slow and gentle, and sometimes it's almost like a roar, like a rocket ship is taking off over your head. I love them so much. And as a kid, I suppose it was really fanciful, but I'm always like, it feels like the trees are talking to me. I can't understand their language, but I just love to sit under the cottonwood trees and listen to them whisper their rustling leaf language. I guess on some level our souls probably recognize it, even though our human self doesn't. But spend some time in nature, appreciate nature. I think that's what this energy of today is telling us. So let's look at our focus card for today so we know how to work with that. Here's the key card. This is the talisman, and this is the 31 card. And I did mention earlier my Oracle of Hecate readings on the channel. Hecate is very strongly associated with keys, with gateways, doorways, pathways, but keys are one of her symbols. And so it's important, I think, that I mentioned her. I mentioned these readings and the talisman card here. So let's look at what the author, Marcella Kroll, has written about this. So she does say here, the symbol is the key. And she says, the skeleton key is often used in magic symbolically to move from one place in life to another. So a transition. It's also one of the many symbols of the goddess Hecate. When worn as a talisman or charged with intention, the key can free us from our self-imposed cages and move us into the next part of the journey by opening new doors to opportunity. So it's very important that this message came to us today. Now, the key is coming to us, but it's telling us to work with nature. So that's going to work different for every one of us. Every one of us will see something different. Is that in the flowers that are growing in your flower bed? Is that in flowers that you're putting in a flower pot outside? Is it in a weed or a wildflower growing on the side of the road? Is it standing under a tree? Is it standing by a seashore? The key here is in our hands to do this work. So let me read what the talisman message is. The talisman represents new doors opening for you now. New paths are present at this time. It also invites you to find or create or charge an appropriate symbol, amulet, or mantra to help support your current endeavors or healing. Empower this talisman with your intention to evoke its magic in your everyday life. Meditate with this card to act as a powerful road opener to a new adventure or new opportunity, or discover hidden talismans of power, love, and peace. This feels like a very powerful message from the spirit side, and it is our last day working with this deck on the channel for these 2-card readings, and so I just think it's very important. The message here is telling us we are being given the key, but we're also the key ourselves. So the power is within us to make changes, to step forward, to step sideways, whether it's this direction or that direction, and to change our course. And this overall energy of nature spirits is important. Spending time in nature might help us understand what door we're meant to unlock. I don't know what that's going to mean for you. I don't know what it's even going to mean for me, but I'm sure going to spend the day focusing on it and discovering what that means. So, wow. Spirit saved a big message for us on our last day. So anyways, I hope you connected with this message. I hope you enjoyed it. Please please subscribe to my channel. I would love to help this channel grow. I did also mention currently for the month of July, I'm doing a 1-card reading called the Oracle of Hecate. as messages from her, and like her symbolism is definitely here today in this reading. So please check those out if you're interested. Also, I just want to mention, since it's the last day we're working with this deck for the readings this week, Sacred Symbols Oracle Deck. It's for divination and meditation purposes, and it is by Marcella Kroll. So she has other decks. I have not checked any of them out yet, but if you're interested in this deck or her other decks, check her out. Marcella Kroll. I'm sorry, that's kind of shiny. Kroll. All right. So I hope you guys had a beautiful week with this deck. I sure enjoyed introducing myself to it as well as yourselves to it. So I hope you all have a blessed and beautiful day as we move further into July. I'll be back with you tomorrow with a new deck for our 2-card reading. So again, my name is Stacy. Thank you for visiting Simply Liminal with me. Have a wonderful day.